In tonight's video, we're putting back together an Amstrad NC-200 that has spent the best part of 20 years in pieces in the bottom of a locked filing cabinet. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for coming back, and if you've already subscribed to us, it means so much to us. We've got nearly 60 subscribers now, which is far better than I ever thought we were going to do. If you do like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up down below, because that really does help us out. And if you want to subscribe, that's even better. Don't forget to ring the bell so you get the notifications of the new videos. Anyway guys, tonight, a real treat. I happened to go to a customer's the other day, and he was having a bit of a clear out, you know, as people tend to do. And we came across this filing cabinet, and he said, oh yeah, that bottom drawer has got all the old IT stuff in. If there's anything in there that's any use to you, just take it, because we're going to bin the cabinet. So anyway, the drawer was locked. So after an hour or so, he come down and said, oh, I found the key. So we opened up this cupboard, and in the bottom there was a plastic bag. There was loads of other crap on top of it. In this plastic bag was, I recognised it straight away, in pieces, literally in pieces, as you'll see, because I haven't assembled it yet, it's over there waiting to be done, was an Amstrad NC-200. Now this thing was produced around about 1993. I think it was October 93, but someone correct me down below if I'm wrong. And it was a very, very basic word processor. Had a spreadsheet, a word processor, a little calendar, a little diary. I think there was a calculator, and you could play some games on it. Basically, a really early basic laptop for the businessman who'd perhaps run his business all his life, and computers were just sort of coming into the business. A lot of businesses in 1993 didn't have an abundance of technology in them. So this thing was aimed, manufactured by Lord Sugar. He was involved in the design of this Amstrad NC-200. And it was sold under the premise that if you couldn't use it within 5 minutes of it coming out of the box, you could take it back and get your money back. Which is quite a bold claim, certainly by today's standards. Anyway, the thing was pretty popular. They sold quite a few units. And the most surprising thing is that they still come up on eBay and they're still working. So when I saw this thing, of course, you know, I've got to do this. I just had to take it. So we're going to put it together now and see if it actually works after all those years. I've got a funny feeling it must have been taken apart because it was faulty. So we could put it back together and find out that it doesn't work anyway, in which case we'll go through and do some fault finding on it and see if we can get it to work. Right, let's get this thing together. But I've had a quick look at the board. It looks pretty decent, doesn't look to be too bad. Now the guy said that this wasn't booting properly, and I had a quick look and this socket was corroded underneath, so we've flipped the chip out and just poked it back in. We're giving it a good shove down, so I think we've probably resolved the problem. So it's just time to put it back together now. This thing came to me in kit form, so I'm not entirely sure if it's all here or if all the bits, if there's going to be bits missing or what have you, so I don't really even know how it goes together. Just bolt these little standoffs in place to hold the ports together. I think that holds the backboard on. Okay. So I think that's designed to go around there, while that screwdriver just does one. '80s engineering at its finest. So I think we should have put that on first. Oh no, 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 is it gonna go? Is it? Yeah, come on. You know you want to do this. Okay, that's in. That's in. Just got to get in those little slots. There we go. The iconic keyboard. Oh, now I think, do those go underneath, do you think? They must go underneath because there's no ground planes on the top. And these are obviously meant to be grounded on something like this, that copper track there. So let's just ease that screw out. See if we can. So let's just. Does that give us enough clearance? Yes, just about. So. That's it. Oh. See if we can ease these back into position. First one's in. Be so gingerly careful with these things. They look like they're down. So, what's going to be next? Floppy disk drive. Of course, this has. They made the sensible option on this by putting a little lock on the connector. Hold that while I lock that in position. I have to just tip this up a little bit. Normally where the screw disappears off, never to be seen again under the keyboard. Wow. Should be noted that this floppy disk drive here isn't even a high density one. So now we just need to fit the upper section of the screen. Start with the easy ribbon cable. Got the power. I think that's the backlight power, that one. Or is it? No, that must be the screen power. The little locator. This socket is actually keyed. And that one we have to put in, I think, from this top side because it's nearly impossible otherwise. That's all the way in. So now this front should clippy clip clip. Ah. Spot the mistake. How can we? I think that's on. So We'll do the two longer ones first. Cover up the ROM. Not sure if that battery is going to be any good, but we'll give it a try. Oh, she's back together. So I've managed to jerry-rig some power into this thing. I haven't turned it on yet, so let's see if she works. Well, we've got a backlight there. Ah, we've got a slider. Forgot about that. Oh, I can see something. Oh yeah, look, she works. It's all working. So we've got our yellow and red, so we can start a new document. To start a new document, press red. Test 2. This is a test, and that will save it automatically, I presume. Red. No. To list stored documents, press green. Test 2. This is a test. Wow. To print a document, press blue. We haven't got a printer, otherwise I would. Use the calculator, yellow and green. Use the green numbers on the keyboard. Press stop to exit. So here are the green numbers. So 10 plus 10. Oh, that's actually quite friendly. Can we just 10 plus 10? Okay, 20 plus 10. 30. Yeah, okay, so that sort of works. But if you press enter and then enter something else, it starts again. So if I press enter, 40. If I press plus 20, does that continue? Oh, it does. It's quite smart. Spreadsheet, yellow and white spreadsheet. Start a new one, press red. God, that's a lot of words. M to make a blank sheet of fixed size. Yeah, that'll do. Make a blank worksheet. Oh, look at that, a spreadsheet. Oh, we can use cursor keys. Oh, you'd be a businessman in 1993 with this. Let's go back to the main menu. Games. Yellow and G for games. Red, blockade. I haven't played blockade for years. Oh my god. Oh! See, this is what businessmen were doing in the 90s. They weren't making deals, they were playing an early version of Tetris. That's awesome. Green, so we've got blockade, super blockade, or blue trickade. It sounds very samey, but did you... Oh, it's demoing. Look at that. Imagine that in a meeting. So the specs on this thing, I know you're all dying to know. Basically, it's a Z80 processor. It has 128 kilobytes of RAM, 480 by 128 pixel screen in monochrome with a bluish greenish backlight. The screen's green, but the backlight's kind of a yellowy white, so it makes it kind of a bit blue. And this thing retailed at £390 when it was new, and it really took the world by storm because you could power it from C-cell batteries, 5 of them for some reason. They come in packs of 4, so you'd be in this. If you're at the train station with one of these things, and you needed to buy batteries, first of all you'd have to buy 2 packs because they used to be sold in packs of 4, and you'd end up carrying 3 spare batteries around with you. That wouldn't be enough to do 2 complete changes. I guess after you've changed them a few times, you'd end up sorting itself out. But 5 just seems like a weird number when they're sold in 4s. A bit more design on that could have worked a bit better. it's nice and fast. When you use it, it doesn't feel like a machine from, well, it does feel like a machine from the 90s, but it doesn't hang around. It's, for what it does very well, and it does it very quickly. You know, there's no loading time. You press the button, boom, everything's up in front of you. You know, you're going into the word processor and it's instant. It doesn't hang, it doesn't load, it just boom, straight in. So I can understand why they were popular. You could just literally put it on a train, power it up, you could type away. And when you're typing away in your Word document or in your word processor document, you don't have to worry about saving anything. It's constantly saved as you go. So you can work all the way up right into the platform, and when you're ready, just power it down, shut the lid, and off you go. So I can see why they were popular. Now, the thing that's really amazing, this particular one has spent, we reckon, the best part of 20 years inside a locked filing cabinet in pieces. And if put it back together, it's come back to life. So, I mean, they're robust. These things are constantly coming up on eBay, and you can pick these up for £50 or less, depending on the condition. But a lot of them are still working. So that's quite incredible engineering, really. I don't think there'll be too many computers that are being sold today that are still working, you know, nearly 30 years down the line. Anyway, guys, that's all I have for you tonight. Thank you as always for watching. If you have liked this little video, please do like and subscribe to the channel, and you won't miss out on any future videos. I appreciate that what we're doing is a little bit random at the moment, but we are finding our feet, and we are kind of getting to a, you know, we're narrowing it down to what we're actually going to end up doing. So stick with us. I'm sure something good will come out at the end. If you do have any questions, leave us a comment down below, and I do try and answer as many as I can. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Catch you next time.